Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are closing out No by January and I am sharing with you all the things that I learned, how I feel, and what I'm taking with me into February. And I will start with this. I met my goals for my January No Buy. I did not buy anything unnecessary this month. That means no Amazon, no novelty items at Trader Joe's, no alcohol, no new purchases of clothing or shoes, and no physical books. Every rule that I set for myself, I followed. Most importantly, though, I proved to myself that I can follow clear boundaries when my goals are aligned. Few things that really made a difference on this journey was deleting all of the shopping apps. This completely removed all temptation. I was no longer scrolling J. Crew, Madewell, Mango, or any of those shopping apps. And it really helped because I was no longer fighting through temptation. As long as I wasn't exposed, then it made things significantly easier. You know that saying, out of sight, out of mind? This was definitely one of those cases and it worked. It was really helpful when I went to Trader Joe's with my grocery list. Every week when I was going to Trader Joe's, I had my grocery list on my phone and I pulled it out and I only picked up things that were on that grocery list. And I walked right past those dips and right past all those fun little desserts in the refrigerator. I looked at them, but I didn't pick anything up because guess what? Wasn't on the list, wasn't coming home with me. And that really, really worked. If you watched the original video, you know that I was also doing a dry January. That helped with my no buy for alcohol because I set that goal of doing dry January. And so, of course, if I'm doing dry January, I am not going to be buying alcohol. And it also helped with my weight loss journey. So all three of those goals worked in tandem to help reset my finances and my health. And of course, I lost some weight in the process. Instead of spending time scrolling through those apps and shopping, I spent more time reading. I watched a lot of movies. I talked on the phone a lot with friends. And I just slowed down and spent time just resetting my habits. And it felt really good to just disengage from shopping and mindless scrolling for things that I did not need. The biggest lesson I learned coming out of this experience is that discipline feels so much better than impulse. This feeling of discipline is a much longer lasting feeling than the instant gratification of impulsively buying something, having it come in the mail. And if you know the psychology behind impulse shopping, you know that once you receive the item, you open it, within a few moments, that sense of gratification is gone. And then, you're back to square one. You're constantly seeking that rush of shopping. It becomes a habit. And so that's why so many people are addicted to shopping. And I was able to get myself out of that cycle. And so it feels really good. I feel so proud of myself and I know that this is a feeling that I want to continue to have. And so I'm pushing myself to continue doing this into February. And we'll see where it takes me. We'll see if we can continue this no buy or low buy all the way into March. I want to find different ways of spending my time rather than shopping and scrolling and being tempted to purchase things that I don't need. I also learned that I don't need to constantly consume things to feel fulfilled. We know that convenience often disguises unnecessary spending. I was spending far too much money on Amazon and it just felt like, oh, I needed these things, when in reality, I was just spending money on crap. Okay, I did not need those things, which I now realize since I haven't bought anything, I clearly can survive without spending money on Amazon. I also learned that I already own enough. I don't need any more shoes. I don't need any more clothes. And this month made me realize that, well, I knew that before, but you keep lying to yourself. We live in a land of delusion. And I kept telling myself I that I needed that dress because it was on sale, or I needed that pair of shoes because I didn't have anything like it, when in reality, once again, what I needed was that feeling of instant gratification, or what I thought was going to make me happy. And that's what I was buying, right? I was buying this false sense of happiness. I also learned that when my spending aligns to my values, I feel more in control, I feel calmer, and I feel more intentional about how I'm living my life. Moving into February, I'm not going back to all of that mindless shopping. I will admit I miss thrifting, so I will be going back thrifting, but this time with a lot more intentionality. I will only be bringing home very unique pieces or standout pieces that are going to elevate my wardrobe, pieces that are going to add that dynamic element to my wardrobe. So, friends, if you are one of those people who came here for thrifting, let's rejoice. Your girl is going back out to the thrift shops. So stay tuned for thrifting videos come February. And I'm excited. I'm excited to go back because, I love the hunt. That may be my shopping addiction speaking, but yeah, we're going back. But as I mentioned, we're being intentional. We're not buying things just because they're cheap. We're not buying a random button-up shirt just because it's $7. We're only looking for really great pieces to add to our closet. I'm focusing on quality, creativity, and intention, not accumulation. I feel very proud of being able to stick it out for 31 days. I don't think I've ever gone 31 days without buying something. I really bought nothing besides groceries, of course. I have really, really stuck this out, and I don't think I've ever done that, at least not in recent history. I'm running low on my favorite makeup product, and I have decided that instead of repurchasing it, I have so much other foundations that I'm just going to use those, which at this point, I don't know if I'm really just dragging it, but I'm thinking of doing Project Pan, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's where you use up all the products that you have until they're completely gone before repurchasing anymore. And so I have some foundations, which are really good foundations. I used to use them before I purchased the Nessa Myricks Blurring Balm. And so I'm just going to finish those before I repurchase the Danessa Myricks product. And yeah, I'm not buying anything that I don't absolutely need. So that's what I'm doing for February. I'm going to do a Project Pan. You heard it here first, friends. Project Pan for February. Drop it in the comments if you're going to also do Project Pan. That just came to my mind as I'm sitting here thinking about it. So that's, yeah, officially we're doing that. I also feel really in control of my spending. Obviously, I feel empowered and I feel grounded. I don't feel like I'm depriving myself of anything. I just feel as though I am fully aware, or more aware of what I have and how I want to live my life. And that feels amazing. So friends, if you did a No by January, drop it in the comments below. Let me know how it went for you, what worked, and what you plan to do for February. If you plan to do a Project Pan with me, let me know, because I think that will be fun. We're going to use up all the products that we own before we purchase new ones. And if you like the series and like this video, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.